What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the MBM NHL Preview Show. This is going to be the first time that we have ever done one of these. So, super pumped to do this. You actually normally see a baseball show from us or either a football show. But like I said, we're really excited to bring a NHL show to you. And we have our NHL capper, Nick, Mr. MP Fleming here. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty well. Just got done watching Gavin McKenna get loose for Penn State, and it's it's gonna be a hell of a career.
I do have to say, I had no clue who that was, and actually, then you showed me this. You showed me this Penn State team, and actually then him, and yes, looks like he's going to be a star, man. Really does.
Yeah, if you have those numbers popped up compared to McDavid, compared to Bedard as a prospect, he's probably the best prospect we've ever seen. Um,
That's awesome.
and the NCAA just opened up to Canadian players, so they signed him as a prospect, and let's just say he's going to have a hell of a career in the NHL. It seems a lot easier for him. Has 3 points. He might have gotten a fourth tonight. He had his first goal tonight, and just got done watching that.
Well, man, just since we're already talking about this isn't quite what we plan on opening the show with, but like I said, since we're talking about it, man, I'm actually just going to go ahead and bring it up now. Um, and that is before we actually get into the NHL side of things, we're going to talk a little college hockey first. And what we want to talk about is that Penn State team. Um, and actually, Nick here gave out Penn State to actually win it all at plus 600. Nick, do you want to tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, I mean, I was actually surprised at the odds. At On DraftKings, it was plus 500 before the season started, and then they started off 1-0, and it actually went up on FanDuel. So I don't know what they're seeing there because they just went 2-0 and won another 4-2 game. Gavin McKenna, I mean, they were already a prospect before that. Before he came in, they were a top five-ish team, 2-0 in my mind. And now that McKenna's there, yeah, I I don't know what the ceiling is for this team because I really think we're just going to run the table.
Gotcha. Yeah, I definitely know that this is a play that I am personally putting in also. Um, this actually is one that actually Nick has already bet here. I think we have a bet slip even. Yep. Penn State to
So
win.
actually, to correct you, that is actually what it was live on FanDuel before the game started tonight. I actually bet the plus 500 so you can get better odds than I got.
Yep. So as far as after tonight's game, these lines may like move some, but they shouldn't move a whole lot there. So that's one that we definitely like to lock in. But yeah, man, before we go completely into the actual NHL breakdown, I just want you to talk a little bit about your stats. And I'm going to put this up here. And I put this on here because some of your stats are so good, man. Like it's hard to believe that they were real. Um, but you've been with us as far as
Yeah.
in the Discord, like actually like everybody has seen them and like know they're real. But if you just want to give a quick actually recap of actually like what you've been or or, or actually what you have done, I should say.
So just to, I mean, so it's pretty cyclical in hockey. You get different parts of the season where it's better to bet these overs, and then there's better parts of the season to bet these unders. So just to sum it up, in the last 2 months of the regular season last year, it was, what were we, plus 300 something units. I don't know the exact number. Um, we had a 104 unit day. It was
Yep.
like 104 point something unit day on the last day of the regular season, which is one of the most predictive days of the year. And like I said, it's very cyclical. You really get into this, you pay attention to it enough. You really pay attention to the sport, you can make a lot of money, and really the most money that you can make out of any sport, in my opinion.
Yeah. What I like about the way that you handicap it, and it's kind of you have something kind of for like everybody. So as far as like volume, if people just want to bet as far as pure like volume goes, you definitely have that.
Mm-hmm.
And all those can, those can range from 1 unit plays to like a 0.25 unit play because it's actually like a parlay of a bunch of different props. Because I remember you actually hit one of these last year, and actually somebody sent their actual DraftKings ticket in, and they turned $60 into 6,000. Um,
Yep,
it was nuts, man. Actually, like the Discord was
I
going nuts.
know. I really wish I would have kept my physical slip because I got one at the casino. I think I fell off the map there for a couple days because um, that was actually on the plus 104 unit day that we had, and kind of fell off the map because I kind of made that, and so that's over $10,000 one night. Um,
That's crazy, man.
it, it was a fun time, and like you said, so volume. We have the volume. I, I like to highlight the bigger plays
That's
for
actually what I
players,
was about to say. Yep.
and you've kind of pushed me toward that, like highlighting those bigger plays. However, I have learned through the now, what was it, 3 years of shit, 500 plus unit seasons, like the volume is the safest way to play this. Like really, you play the volume, and it's a safety net, really,
Yep.
because ultimately in this league, you're playing the math on the league. It gets kind of complicated, but the easiest way to explain it is second hand assists are at an all time high. The math, when what you're doing is you're parlaying these guys on the same lines. The math is there, and if there's going to be a high scoring game, we're going to target it. And these books haven't really caught on to it. They like FanDuel has, they've kind of neutered the odds where to the point where you're never going to, it's very rare when you have a play on FanDuel anymore because they're making these odds, which it's smart because they're, all the other books are giving you plus 250 on these combos, and FanDuel is smartened up and they're offering plus 125 or or not even plus money, not even money on it on these. And I just don't get it. And especially if you have bet 365, I mean, you will get limited very quickly. But if you have bet 365, this you're not going to want to miss this season.
Definitely. But actually, yeah, that was going to be my next point. Besides volume, because we know not everybody likes to play that many plays. But like I said, you actually do like highlight your like larger plays. So we do know that we have people that just follow along with actually those also. But then also you go even further than that, man. You give out DFS slips. So like that's a totally different side of it. And actually like people love that too, man. So so with the hockey, it's not just you got a hockey play, you have a puck line play here and there, or you have like a over six. Like I said, when people see your hockey plays, yeah, you have so many different, especially props, man. You're just so good at props. And you can tell how much time and like effort that you really spend actually like on this. And it's just really cool to watch. Um,
Bro, I
but
love
you,
this sport. That's it. Really is. Like I fucking love this sport.
well, also, I'm just going to go ahead and say this here. Here on this YouTube video, there's actually going to be a link right down here below us. As far as the hockey package goes, there is going to be one up. And for y'all that watch this video, you're going to get a special deal that nobody else is going to get. You are going to get half price. So take advantage, try us out, and yeah, I promise you will like what you see. So yeah, man, what do you say we go ahead and get into this?
All right. You
And
want to start us off?
the first thing that I want to bring up, well, I mean, as far as the Panthers, I mean, they have won the past actually 2 years, and I did notice that as far as in the betting for the Stanley Cup, they are they actually are the favorites. So my question to you was going to be, can they three-peat? But then also, before you answer that, I did want to say that as far as the Stanley Cup odds, there are 6 teams that are basically jumbled up between that plus 750 and then that plus one actually 1,000 mark. So to me, there's not the Panthers are the favorite, but there's not really a clear favorite though, because I know it's the Panthers, it's the Oilers, the Avs, the Golden Knights, and I believe the Hurricanes are in there also. But all those teams, like I said, are kind of jumbled up there. So what do you kind of think about that?
So, in those teams that you mentioned, the Vegas Knights really are the only team that I could see taking all the way, only because of the Barkov injury. I don't know how he's going to come back. He's going to be out for the whole regular season. He had an ACL, MCL, whatever it was. With the hockey reporting odds, or injury reporting system, we don't really know exactly what it was, but he had surgery on one of those, and it was reported as an ACL plus MCL or injury. So without Barkov, the best defensive forward in the league, I mean,
Yeah,
it's tough. It's hard to count the Panthers up. It really is. However, at those odds, I'd imagine they're what plus 500 now, plus 400.
they're actually plus 750.
Okay, still, it's tough to take them. Of those that you mentioned, I think the Vegas Knights have the best odds, just all around as a team. Um, just got Mitch Marner too, so Marner paired with Eichel might be a deadly combo. But we will get into our plays
Yeah,
later, and we have another pick that's not in those top 10.
definitely. And guys, yeah, just we wanted to just kind of like quickly touch on that, but like as far as this like NHL preview is mostly going to be like a lot of props. As far as Nick and then okay, so so just to let y'all know how things go. As far as the whole actually like MBM team, Nick is our hockey guy, like just flat out, like that is our hockey guy. Do I bet hockey? Yes, but I am more of a first period guy. Like I do like those types of plays. I'm not as in nearly as deep. So that's where I'm at. But anyway, what I was going to get to is Nick and I both, as far as futures, as far as like Stanley Cup winners, uh, we just don't really bet those yet. We kind of wait until the season gets actually going a little bit more, um, and actually then place those type of bets. But there are plenty of prop bets that we like, and I say we go ahead and get into those, man. Let's go with a little. Let's do a little Kaprizov first, man. And I'm gonna bring us down smaller down here. Pull up our first prop with him. That is a very interesting bet, man. That is for him to record at least one shot on goal in actually every regular season game at plus 750. Would you like to tell us why you are liking that one?
So, anybody who pays attention to hockey knows Kaprizov loves to shoot the puck. He rips puck, but his line is set at 5.5, 4.5. Like I've seen 5.5 before. It's normally about 4.5. This dude, it he's in that conversation. He's in that top five ish conversation. I wouldn't put him quite top five yet. He still has a lot to prove. But from what we've seen, there's no reason why he wouldn't be ripping puck, especially with this the new addition to their defensive core, Bomb, who fucking loves to. So he had 39 and 35 assists the last two seasons in college. He got his first start in the playoffs last season, and he looked great. This this offense is going to run through Kaprizov. I'm surprised they made the playoffs last year without him. He he's a stud. He's a stud, bro. And if he can stay healthy, honestly, he doesn't even have to stay healthy for this one because it's a minimum. I think I told you it's a
Minimum of
30,
actually 60 games.
minimum 60 games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. A little bit more I was expecting, but still, if he stays healthy, this is happening. I just don't see a route where the Wild are actually trying to win, they and he's playing, and he doesn't hit this. So if he stays healthy, which he hasn't had an issue in the past of staying healthy outside of this last season, he's hitting this.
I mean,
And I
yeah,
thought it was a fun one.
Yeah, that one to me is just a really like fun bet because actually, like you said, as far as his shot props for every game, those lines are set so high. Um, this is a fun season long prop where you just want him to get at least that one shot.
Yeah.
And as far as the price on it is a nice price too. Um, so yeah, there's one that I'm definitely going to follow with you because I just think that's a fun season long bet. The other's kind of like actually like a baseball, like actually like wins bet. Like you're kind of just following along the whole entire season with. So,
And it's one of those ones you look at and it's like that's very doable for
right.
especially a guy who rips puck as much as he does. Like fucking, if he's getting 10 shots on goal a game, like why wouldn't he just shoot it once? If he's in the game, shoot it once. That's all
Yeah.
you need.
I believe we have another one from him also. Let me pull that one up here. Yes, that is for him to record 50 or more regular season goals at plus 300. Now, you just said a lot about him, and I think that kind of goes right along with this one here about like how much the offense is actually going to run through him and just how many shots that he does take per actual game. Um, but is there anything else like you want to add on to touch that?
So I'll read you off his stats the last few seasons. So 21 season, 47 goals, 22, 23, 40 goals, 23, 24, 46 goals. So that 40 goal season was off 67 games. He was on a 49 goal pace. 25 in 41 games, 49 goal pace. He hasn't hit the 50 yet, but if he stays healthy, which like I said, he hasn't given us reason to believe he's injury prone.
Yeah.
Outside of this last season, I don't see a world where the Wild are competitive without him ripping this much. Personally, because they don't have a whole lot else going on for him right now. They did pick up Tarasenko, which takes eyes off of him, which actually benefits the goals. So Tarasenko is a huge goal guy. I imagine they're going to stick him up on that top line at some point. If not, he's going to be on a whole nother line. But he's going to have a lot of eyes on him also. He shoots a lot also. Like these guys that score a lot of goals or have a lot of assists, when they have a lot of assists, it's because they have nobody else there and they are the playmaker. And all eyes are on them. And that's why these other guys are getting the goals because all eyes are on them. So they're going to distribute it and they're going to hit. These guys are made better by elite players like Kaprizov.
Yep. And I'm just going to put that up one more time for everybody to see that. And that actually was him to get at least 50 regular season goals at plus 300. As far as him, did you have anything else?
Yes, with the 50 plus goals. So they kind of go hand in hand. Think Kaprizov has a great shot to win the Rocket Richard, which is a trophy for the most goals in the season. I mean, was it plus 600 now? It's better odds than plus 50. If he's scoring plus 50, odds are most seasons he's winning that trophy. And it's not a voted on trophy. You don't have to worry about people caring who else deserves it. It's
Right.
it's on the numbers, which I think the plus 6. I'm playing both of them, but I think the plus 600 is great there. It's great value.
Well, right from that, I think there's another guy that actually like you also bet the same prop on. I think his name's Connor something.
Yeah.
I think actually some people may actually know like who this guy is.
Yeah, non-hockey fans might actually know who this guy is.
Right. But yeah, I actually think that actually you also bet him for the same thing. I don't know if I have that one up here actually. Let me see what I have. No, I don't have him up here for that, but I do have him for that same other bet that you just talked about, and that is for Connor McDavid to score 50 or either more regular season goals at plus 900. And when I saw this plus 900, I was a little bit surprised there to get a number quite that big.
So with McDavid, I say it all the time. He's best when he's distributing because, again, like we talked about with Kaprizov, all eyes are on him. When you're a stud player, when you're an elite player, all eyes are on you.
Yep.
The thing with McDavid is, though, he has said this past season, he wants to make sure that people don't think that this 50 plus, 60 plus season is a one off. So he scored, what was it, 64, 62 goals a couple years ago. Won the Rocket Richard. He's shown he can do it. He wants to prove, he said in an interview, he wants to prove that it's not a one off. And when the best player on the planet says that, I tend to believe him.
Must say you just kind of have to.
Yeah. And anybody that knows hockey knows Connor McDavid is the best player on the planet. There's no question about it.
Yeah, actually, just like you were saying, like for people that, as far as hockey, not really into hockey that much, maybe know a little bit, that's the name that like they're gonna know. But yeah, like actually, like when he says something like that, though, like you said, that's just something that you kind of have to take his word for. So, I especially for that price, man.
Yeah, for that price, especially with the goalie issues that they're having. I mean, they brought Connor Ingram in. That doesn't fix their problem. They have 3 butt goalies. Somebody's going to have to score on that team. Draisaitl's going to score. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they made sure to pad his goals this season, too, or last season. they would put that McDrysaddle fucking combo up there, and that's an elite combo. So if McDavid wants to score goals, they're going to get him his goals.
Yeah. And actually, like, that was a great point that you just brought up there also, is as far as that team, just for the team to win and for the team to do well for the season,
Yeah.
they have to score goals, because no, they're not going to be winning a bunch of like 2-0 games. Like, that's just not how it's going to be. So,
and it's in their culture too. They don't play unders hockey. That's why I think it's going to be tough for them to win a Stanley Cup. Like, you have to play unders hockey. You have to be able to play unders hockey. You have to be able to play the not fun game that is just beating the shit out of your opponent. Like, it's not flashy, it's not fun, but that's why the Panthers have won 2 straight years.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, actually, like, especially the Panthers. I mean, they like showed that they can win that low scoring game, but then they can turn around and they can win that high scoring game too.
So. They can. I mean, it's not. I don't think of the Panthers as a high scoring game or a high scoring team in general, just because they are that grinded out team. We saw it. Maple Leafs could score goals. Yes. Maple Leafs were up 2, maybe even 3-0 on them. I forget. Was it 3-1, 3-0 on them?
3-1, yeah.
So we took the Panthers to win the Stanley Cup last season when they were down 2-0 to the Leafs. Because the Leafs, I knew the Leafs can't play that kind of game. They're flashy, they're fun, they have the finesse players. Mitch Marner can't take a hit, and we saw it in his playoffs. Like, in the playoffs, Stanley Cup playoffs, you have to be able to take hits. You have to be a physical team, and I don't think the Leafs are winning a title anytime soon because of it, and that's why we were on the Panthers heavy. We took them earlier in the season, in February, and then I know I swear a little bit, but we'll go on. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Okay. Well, man, yeah, we're gonna move on here and go over here to an actual player that people may not know is actually much about here, but you have a couple props here. It's Mr. Lane actually Hudson here. And there are a couple props that we have actually up here that you've already bet. We're going to go into the first one here. And that is for him. This is not goals, but this is to have at least 70 regular season points at plus 145. What are you liking about this play here?
So this is the Calder winner. This is Lane Hudson, the most impressive rookie last season.
Yes.
He has shown that he can score points. He's not going to score a bunch of goals. He's not. Like, he can score goals, just like any of these other guys. As a defensive guy, he's going to distribute. And that team, so anybody that's been in Discord the past year has seen the Suzuki and Caulfield props that we played.
For sure.
Lane Hudson's in there. I mean, he's that top line with those two. He's going to be a part of it, and there's a reason why he won the Calder. He's a fun player. He deservedly won the Calder despite our Celebrini bet. And it hurts to say, but like moving forward, I can't see this dude slowing down either. He's a great both way. He plays great both ways, and a great offensive team that doesn't, outside of Montenball, like, even Montenball's not a great goalie either. They're one of these teams that has to score goals to win.
Yes. Definitely so. It's going to bring us into our second prop with him, and that's the Norris Trophy winner at a big old price here at plus 2,500, 25 to 1 to win the Norris Trophy. What are you thinking about here when actually you made that bet?
So, kind of along the same lines as the other two, it goes hand in hand with him having 70 plus points. I think he can have a whole lot more than that. I think he's gonna be in talks to be one of those elite defensemen. He's gonna be in the conversations with McCarr. I really do think that. And the Norris Trophy is the defensive man of the year. And I saw those odds. I couldn't say what. It's more of a value play than anything else. You can always go with McCarr. Can always go with Bouchard. You can, but you're gonna get plus what 700 on it,
Yeah, it's
opposed to
much.
25 to 1.
Yeah,
You know, and I think Vegas just hasn't caught up to this one.
that makes a lot of sense to me. Guys, we're going to get into a little portion now of a team that, like I said, we have not bet anybody to win Stanley Cup or anything like that yet. But this is a team that we are going to be looking at, and we have a few props surrounding this team. That is those Tampa Bay Lightning. Um, Currently in the odds, they are plus 1,200, so 12 to 1 to win the Stanley Cup. But we do have a couple other plays though. I just noticed I do not have one of those bet slips, so we're gonna let you just talk about. But I do have one, and that is the first one here, and that is for the Tampa Bay Lightning to have the fewest goals actually like allowed in the regular season at 15 to 1. This is one that you showed me, and this was another one of those to me that really popped out. I was like, at that number, like I absolutely love this. So Nick, why are you liking this?
So, number one reason, Andrei Vasilevsky. Like he's a stud. So he's been in contention before. He's won this. He's won the trophy before, the Vezina Trophy before. He is in that top three conversation. He's one of the best goalies in the league, and he's proven it year after year. He's in his second year coming off of back surgery, and surprisingly, last year he was fourth in the average goals allowed per like for any goalie, and he played the most minutes last year. And he's fourth, and one of those was a backup goalie ahead of him.
Yeah.
That it just doesn't make any sense to me. These odds don't make any sense to me. So most of that is Vasilevsky, one of the best goalies in the league. He's a top two goalie in my mind. Him and Hellebuck, I think Vasilevsky is the best goalie in the league, ahead of Hellebuck, because Hellebuck, great regular season. He's a great regular season goalie. He'll
Yes.
win that Vezina. He'll be in contention for that Vezina for a very long time. So will Vasilevsky. But we've seen Vasilevsky can take over the playoffs also.
Yep.
We've seen he can take over in big games. Like, look at this run they had a few years ago. Like, what he single-handedly won them the Stanley Cup one year. What was that? I think that was 17, 18. Oh, it was a few years ago. He single-handedly won them that season. Like, won the Stanley Cup for him. And he's on the ice for the most minutes of any other goalie in the league. And he's shown it in his production. I think he won 55 out of 63 starts. I don't know, something like that. It was something ridiculous.
I was about to say that's just nuts.
It was ridiculous. He so I actually have some stats there for you. Second most shutouts of his career was last season, despite coming off back surgery. Um, least goals allowed of his career last season too. And despite playing tied for the most games. That is the main reason. Vasilevsky is just that fucking good. Johansson, he's fine. He's gonna get the job done. He's not a terrible backup goal. So, and he's only gonna be in there 25-ish games max. You know.
Yep.
But I can't tell you enough how good this dude Vasilevsky is, really. And I don't think he's going to have to deal with a whole lot of pressure most games because those top three lines for the Bolts, like fucking elite. Like they're getting depth now and they're getting guys that can play that physical game too, where he's not going to have a lot of shots on goal and they're going to be up again 5 goals in probably 20 of these games. It's just a team. I can't get it wrong. They're going to be very good.
So, as far as the Lightning, just as a whole, what are you? I guess as far as to maybe betting them, to win it all, what kind of are you waiting for? Do you think as far as the number, you think we'll get a better number during the season, or?
I do. I think we'll get a lot better number because we'll see these teams flash. We'll see them pop off the page. I know Lightning, they can run the score up. They can. But they showed last year they can win these fucking grinded out games. They can win these tough games. And that's why I like them because they can flash and then they can grind it out. When it comes to the other teams in the league, there are a lot of teams that will stand out. I mean, Winnipeg will stand out in the other way where they're going to be a grind out team. They're going to win a lot of games. Hellebuck's going to look like the best goalie in the league again.
Right.
But do we trust Hellebuck in playoffs? He can't show up.
No.
It's a fact, and Vasilevsky has. And you're going to give me better odds than that. I think the only other team outside of the Lightning are the Vegas Knights. With that Marner addition, I think it adds a little bit of spice to them. They've been an unders team. They won it a few years ago because they can play that kind of hockey. They had a lot of injuries and depth issues last year. So I wouldn't have taken them last year, but I think the Vegas Knights are also a good option. However, Lightning, I think, excel in every area. Everything in the Vegas Lightning will be better. And to just with the Vasilevsky Vezina play, which actually we put 3 units on. What was that? Plus 900? Yeah, plus 900 for Vasilevsky to win the Vezina. I don't know. It just seems too good to be true. It does.
Yeah. But actually, like as far as that number though, that there's what you do though. Whenever you see a number that you think that's far off, and even if it's a big number, you're not afraid to go ahead and throw down on it though. And I think that's what makes you so actually good, and you get these nice big hits. So yeah, there is just another one of those. But guys, just to wrap up this little NHL preview here, I did want to pull up. We got some games. They're starting Tuesday. I'm gonna pull them up on the screen here. First game Tuesday, we got the defending champs, the Panthers. They are hosting the Chicago Blackhawks. They're laying a nice minus 285 with a total of 5 and the hook. I know it's kind of early, man. I know we really don't go into too much game breakdowns. It's actually far out. But is this a spot as far as the Panthers? Would actually you be looking to back them here?
Never. I'm not backing really any team at that price in hockey. Unless it's the playoffs and it's a big game, they need to win it. It's tough to really take any of these teams. For a money line, you'll learn in hockey, just like any of the, just like baseball, any of these sports with a lot of volume of games, it's tough to take the money line on them just because you don't know which team is going to show up. However, I do think they win this game. I'm not taking that -2, whatever you said.
Yeah.
Um, there are a lot more valuable plays within the game. Um, really opening day, it's hard to take an under as well. On the total, it's tough. We won't know until we know the lines are confirmed. Really, once the lines are confirmed, I can give you an idea of what I'm thinking on this game. And the
Yeah.
lines won't be confirmed until morning skate day of.
Right. And that's something that I was going to bring up was as far as the totals in all three of these games, I was expecting a 6. Like just because of like the NHL that we have come to know over the past few like years now. I was really expecting a 6 and none of these totals are actually touching 6. Um so I was definitely a little surprised there. Just like the next game, it's another big favorite. The Rangers, they are hosting the Pens. They're a -220 favorite here. Just kind of like you were saying, Nick. Um, and actually, like as far as baseball, that was great what you said. It's hard for me to make a team over that -300 mark. Like I just um I just as far as my numbers and as far as the model goes, it's hard for me to make a team that big. But that also means even as far as on the puck line, that also means that there's going to be no actual value there either. Um, so yeah, I'm actually definitely in the same boat there. The only game that we have that's actually has a close line is actually going to be that Tuesday later night game. We got the Avalanche going in and playing the LA Kings. Got the LA Kings as a slight favorite here at actually -113. So very slight favorite here. To me, I think this is definitely going to be the best game of actually opening night. Just actually kind of like you said, I definitely don't have a play on it yet. I need to wait and see exactly what is actually going on. But that's the game that I think I am definitely looking forward to the most.
Yeah, I haven't checked that out. Where are they playing at? There
They are in LA.
in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pick'em game for me. In LA, it if it was in Colorado, I'd have to lean the Avs.
You'd have to.
Actually, the depth of the Avs is hard to ignore too. They've been doing really well in the offseason. They picked up some of these guys, but they don't have a great pipeline either. So it's one of those things. It's tough. When it comes to the outcome of the game, it's tough to take these hockey teams. Like I do, however, that last game you mentioned, the Pens, I do like the Pens on an upset there.
Oh, you do like that? Okay.
They The only reason I say that is they've shown a lot. They have a lot of chemistry in the preseason. I don't take a whole lot into the preseason, but these early games, chemistry is huge. These these lines have to play together. These early games, they're tinkering with these lines. They're fucking around so much with them that I don't I don't know from my ass cheek if these guys have played with each other more than a week. Like
Right.
in practice. You can pay attention to practice all you want. Really, if they're not doing well in practice, you won't know it. Like unless you're watching every one of these practices, you won't know it. And the Pens have showed chemistry in the preseason, and it's just one of those things. Chemistry matters in hockey. When it comes to scoring goals, chemistry matters.
For sure.
Defensively, like I don't think they're a more talented team, but I like the price, and I think they could get this upset.
I was about to say, well, you're gonna like it then, because I'm just kind of shopping around here. It looks like a lot of books you can get like between plus 190 and plus 195.
Yep.
So, just actually like you're saying, there's a team that in the preseason, you actually did like what you saw there. This is opening night. Opening night also for me is one of the really not just opening night, but the first 2 weeks of like the season, I think is a great underdog time. Because I feel like, I mean, just actually kind of going along with what you were saying though, you don't really know exactly what you're going to get
Yep.
for all those games. So I like definitely think the first couple weeks of the season, or you can definitely find some really good underdog spots there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
man.
love being underdog in hockey all the time, season
Right,
long.
right. Well, man, we've been on for actually like a pretty good bit here. It was fun. I'm actually glad that actually we finally got to be able to actually do this. Um, is there anything else you would like to share?
I do want to share one more play. I did send it to you. It's that Jet Greaves to win. Oh, what were the odds on this? To win the William M. Jennings Trophy. So the odds were 250 to 1.
Crazy.
So a little background on the Jennings Trophy. It's the goalie with the least amount of goals allowed against. Minimum was at 20. It's like minimum 20 or 30 goals.
Yeah.
I think Jack Greaves gets a start about halfway through the season. And he's going to have a lot less games played than any of these other guys. And he's he's going to allow a lot less goals. I
Yeah.
just think the odds on that are fun. It's a fun play. I'm putting a quarter of a unit on it. It's nothing crazy, but the 250 to 1 makes it worth it. And I really do think that's a good angle.
Yeah, man. That there makes a lot of sense again. And like you said, just a shot at a 250 to actually won. I mean, yeah, that is definitely worth putting a little something on there. So, yeah, man, definitely like that. Yeah, guys, hockey season, like I said, I'm not sure exactly when this video is going to drop, but hockey season is about to start. So it is definitely time to get locked in, and time to get locked in with us, get locked in with Nick. Well, like I was saying earlier in the video, right here below us in the bio, there's a special link. If you want just the hockey plays, there's a link there for 50% off. So definitely take advantage there. Like I said, just actually give us a try. And I know that you will like what you see, because we've been doing this for actually multiple years now. And like I said, I just love watching what this man like just how he makes these plays. Super cool to see. So yeah, man, definitely appreciate you actually coming on here. We will have to do it again so much time soon.
Yes, shit.
And
Maybe
yeah,
if
guys.
if I can get anyone to join, we could do a Tuesday night. But I don't know if anyone loves hockey that much.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we are starting to do a lot more actually live actually streams now. So yeah, as a matter of fact, if y'all would like to see a hockey live stream, in actual comments, drop a comment saying saying that, and that's something that actually we can definitely work on. So yeah, Nick, it was fun, man. Let's go ahead and get out of here. But yeah, everybody, you'll be seeing us soon. Hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend, and yeah, talk to you soon. Later.